Welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the segments, I should say, with the Bloodline. So it starts off with Paul Heyman. He's waiting out in the parking lot, and you see a black SUV roll up. The door opens, and out comes Solo Sikoa. And Solo Sikoa, he's not in a t-shirt or in his pants. He's wearing a suit, not the one with a tie, but a regular suit. He had black shirt, a gold chain. Someone said that it was the same type of chain that The Rock wore, with a turtleneck thing. I don't know. I gotta go check it out, see. But he was wearing that, and he goes over and he walks over to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is looking all impressed, nice threads and everything. And here comes Tama Tonga. Ugh, can never get that dude's name right. And Solo Sikoa is telling Paul Heyman, let me introduce you to the new Bloodline family member, or the member of the Bloodline. And he calls him he says my MFT, and I don't know what MFT means. Some people say it means my family tree. I don't know. But all I know is Tama Tonga is his MFT. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. And then I think Paul Heyman was about to say something, and he was about to say something about Roman Reigns or something like that, and Solo cut him off and asked if he knew where Kevin Owens was. And Paul Heyman's he's probably here, the show already started, he's probably in the locker room somewhere. And basically Solo was like, well, take me to him. So they're like, alright. So then they go through. By the way, the camera work lately has been amazing. They go through the doors and through the locker room and pretty much cut off. And then you have another segment where they're Paul Heyman's well, he has to be around here somewhere, right? Because they're trying to find Kevin Owens, they couldn't find him, and he has to be around. And Paul Heyman was just well, he has to be here somewhere. I don't want to piss you off or anything else like that. But he's he was about to tell Solo, you can't make these kind of decisions that you're making, because these are decisions that only the tribal chief would make. But before he even got to say tribal chief or anything like that, Solo Sikoa cut him off and says, are you done? Are you done? And Paul Heyman looks scared, obviously, and they were going through, and they're in the backstage, and they're about to go through Gorilla to the ring. And Paul Heyman was like, well, is your MFT coming with us? And then Solo Sikoa looked at his tape dumb, looked at Paul Heyman, and then kind of just walked through the curtains, and they started playing his music. He goes to the ring, and he goes to the ring with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman, I believe Paul Heyman was trying to explain the action from last week and everything else. And as he was talking, there was chants of "We want Roman" from the audience. And this kind of just made Solo just mad. And Paul Heyman was trying to address the whole "we want Roman," and he was about to say something and talking about he is the wise man to the but he couldn't get the word out because he was afraid to say anything. And as soon as he was about to get the word out, I'll say Roman Reigns, Solo took the microphone away from Paul Heyman, and he was about to speak, and every time he spoke, he got the Dominic Mysterio treatment. In other words, every time he spoke, he got booed. and like he got booed. He eventually Solo eventually said got what he needed to say, which was I lost a brother to gain another, and introduced Tama Tonga. And then Tama Tonga came out. Wait, scratch that. Kevin Owens got thrown out. He was a bloody mess. There was no music playing. Tama Tonga came out and he was basically just dragging Kevin Owens towards the ring, like, while beating him up at the same time. Finally, official, like, a ref came out and tried to stop him from, like, bringing Kevin Owens into the ring. And basically, Tama Tonga was just, like, he had, like, this look of this villainous monster on his face. Like, the eyes, man, them crazy eyes, like, wow. So he walks up to, he's, like, basically left Kevin Owens, like, in the middle of the ramp way, and walked over to Solo and Paul Heyman in the ring, put the ones up, the acknowledgement. Solo Sokola put the one up, and so did Paul Heyman, but you can totally tell Paul Heyman is like, he has no idea what the hell is happening. Like, losing all control of what's going on with this bloodline that's happening right now. And then Kevin Owens, being Kevin Owens, you know, obviously he ain't gonna just sit there and not taking something. Like, hey, you ain't gonna just sit there and, like, try to, like, fight me, and I'm not gonna try to get back at you. So Kevin Owens is, like, wobbling to the ring. Blood everywhere. Tama Tonga, good lord, goes and to the ring. He gets, and Kevin Owens pulls him from the bottom rope and starts beating up on him and everything else. And Solo comes out and throws Kevin Owens into the stairs, the staircase, and then Kevin Owens gets up, hits Solo, and then it goes into the ring. Tama Tonga goes in the ring, and he goes into the ring. I might have got those backwards, but whatever. Either way, Kevin Owens attacked Tama Tonga, and then Solo basically, and then here comes the ref and like security or whatever trying to stop it and all this other stuff, and they're pulling him away. And they're kind of like pulling Kevin Owens away and kind of held him back. Here comes Sokola. He spikes Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens goes down. And then Tama goes and gets a chair, and Nick Aldis comes in, and he was like telling him to, you know, no, don't do it and everything else. And Solo kind of like was telling like Tama, like, calm down, whatever, worry about it, calm down, like something like that. Takes away the chair and like throws it on the mat or whatever, and like walking out the ring. And as he's walking out, I swear to you, I am not playing. This Tama Tonga is over here growling like a dog and barking, like he's like, "Arr, arr, arr." I'm like, what in the hell is going on, dude? Like, it is just craziness, right? I'm like, what the? Okay, cool. And you know, so then they go up to the ramp, Tama, Solo, and Paul Heyman. They put the ones up, and you know, Paul Heyman's doing it, but he's nervous. He's like, he don't know what's going on. He's freaking out. I don't blame him, because I was freaking out when Homeboy started barking. Man, I was like, what is going on right now? But yeah, it's crazy, right? And you would think that would be the end of it. It's not the end of it, guys. There's more. So then there's another segment where you have Paul Heyman coming out to the parking lot, and Nick Aldis was there, and he's like pulling him over. And Paul Heyman's like, why are you pulling me? Like, stop it, right? And Nick Aldis asks, do you know anything about this? And he points out to two cars where one car looked like it rammed into another car. And Paul Heyman is like, I don't know nothing about this. And he was like, oh my gosh. He was like in shock and everything else. Like, let me tell you something. One of those cars is Kevin Owens' rental car. The other one is Tama Tonga's rental car. Is and Nick Aldis was like, we don't condone this kind of behavior and everything else. It's reminding Paul Heyman that there is a draft coming soon, and that basically he says losing don't always, it's not the only thing that causes consequences around here and everything else. So I don't know what that means exactly. Will they separate the bloodline? Be like, hey, I'm gonna put this person over here, over there. They get fired. I don't know what it means exactly, but I guess we'll find out next week since there is a draft. And the reason why, you're probably wondering, why did they attack Kevin Owens? What was that about? You remember when I said that and I don't remember how far ago the video was, but I had mentioned about how Kevin Owens was telling Jimmy, Paul Heyman, and Solo that they couldn't come into the locker room because Roman Reigns is not champion anymore, and everything else. So I think that's probably why they attacked. Why Kevin Owens got attacked, because he's basically talking shit, and Solo said he would take care of it, so he took care of it. The whole segment was incredibly amazing. I loved it. I love where they're going with this. You still don't know if Solo is acting on his own, or maybe he's acting on his own, or maybe he's doing it for The Rock. Yeah, I said it like that. But who knows, right? I am enjoying what's happening right now with the bloodline and everything else. I just want to see what else is going on and what's going to happen. When's Jimmy going to come back, and is Jay going to help Jimmy, and everything else. It's so much going on, and it's just so much to just talk about, I guess. I don't know, but we'll see what happens next Friday. But that is it. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.